number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us on the debate, Nupur Mehta, actor, Rahul Easwar, activist, Shehzad Khan, actor, Vivek Srivastav, political analyst, Dr. Suman Siraman, also political analyst, and Naseer Abdullah, actor. Let me first start with Rahul Easwar and Naseer Abdullah. Rahul Easwar, if we keep going at this rate, then everything will be boycotted.
Padmaja ji, the twin brother of creativity is sensitivity. The twin sister of liberty is responsibility. And please remember, Ramayana is a cultural, civilizational, along with that, a spiritual, religious text which forms the core of Indian civilization. Sri Ram is the most respected icon in the largest Hindu majority India to the largest Muslim majority Indonesia. So people have such sensitivities. And Raavan is a Brahmin, and Raavan is a master of so many arts, but he has wronged. That's the reason why he ended up with his fate. But look at these posters. You know, how did a Planet of Apes came in? Where are vampires in Ramayana? Kuch to sensitivity hona chahiye na. What kind of cartoon have you made of Raavan?
Which part do you find insensitive? Which part do you find insensitive? Which exact part?
We all respect it.
Because you know, a lot of people have said कि वो सुरमा क्यों लगाया हुआ?
I mean, look at
और somebody has said उसके बाल कैसे?
Look at the.
But who's to know कि रावण के बाल कैसे थे?
See, it is not about the. It is not about Hindu-Muslim issue or anything else, but it is about respectful and responsible, picturization. Sri Ram, is one of the most celebrated deities of India, who even Allama Iqbal calls Imam-e-Hind. But look at the dress, look at the attire, look at Raavan, and where did these vampires and Planet of Apes came in? So there should be some sensitivity.
Okay,
people are naturally out of expectation.
Okay.
We all love our movies.
Okay, Naseer Abdullah, but anyone growing up has watched,
right?
Even if somebody hasn't read the Ramayana, even watching Ramanand Sagar's epic, we know a couple of things. We know that there was the Pushpak Viman. That was the Savari of Raavan, the Vahan of Raavan. Now, to have this strange bat-like creature, it's not, I wonder, would you call it creative freedom, or would you just call it, this is just bizarre? Where is this bat-like thing coming in?
Bizarreness is a part of the creative freedom. When you have the creative freedom, you're allowed to go actually bizarre. There should be no problem with that. The point is, the film industry, when they make something, unlike a Ram Leela, it will be different, but when they make a movie, there is the need to make it larger than life and to add their ideas to suit the times. They also get to feel the pulse of the people, and it is really up to the people to decide.
But how did the filmmakers decide that the pulse of the people is that instead of a Pushpak Viman, there should be a bat? Tomorrow you say, I have divined that Jatayu should be replaced by a dog. What is this pulse of the people, and how did you measure it?
I will tell you how. Here is the deal. I've been on 3-4 of the channels earlier.
Yes.
They just don't let me speak. Either the anchor interrupts me and, and
Sir,
gives me
I assure you, you will have no such problem here.
Or one of the guests interrupting. So can you be a little patient?
I am patient.
Give me half the time you give to Rahul Easwar.
Okay, 30 seconds. Go on.
Give me half the time. And promise me, because I'm not saying anything untoward, I'm not saying anything scandalous, I'm not interested in making a spectacle of myself here. But I've been reading the comics of the Ramayana, I've been seeing it in the books, and there have been films made in the past where Dara Singh or somebody else happened to play one of the mythological whatever. It's fine. The point is, what is the offense?
Yes.
Raavan was an evil man. They are having a problem with everything. About Ram because he has a mustache, about Raavan because he had a beard, about Hanuman because he's wearing some kind of a belt. There is no, and now they're saying that the Indian film industry is out to demean the Hindu dharma. Can you imagine Indians living here, get this idea, okay, we'll make a film and we will demean Hindu religion. Don't you think
Okay,
that
Mr.
is
Abdullah,
crazy?
now you have gone on about too many different issues. I am asking you more, I don't know about what people are saying about demeaning and all that. I am asking you a specific question. It is written in Valmiki Ramayana. I'm asking you. it is written in the Valmiki Ramayana, it is a known fact that the Vahan was the Pushpak Viman. How could a filmmaker replace that with a strange bat-like creature?
Correct, correct. Absolutely.
I missed your question because there is a lapse in the internet.
In the writing of the Valmiki Ramayana,
if it doesn't cost you too
in
much.
the writing of the Valmiki Ramayana, there are some very specific things that have been written.
Yeah.
What is the Vahan? How is
What is
Lord
that?
Ram dressed? How is Hanuman pictured by Valmiki himself?
Okay.
So let me start with a specific instance of the Vahan. So hear me out, Mr. Abdullah. That in the Pushpak, not Pushkar, Pushpak Viman is...
I don't understand. It's a movie. It's a movie. It's been made to look like a science fiction. For God's sake, grow up. You have decided what the gods like, what the gods were like.
It's not about God.
This is not
It's about what was written in the text.
10,000 years. Ram existed 10,000 years ago. Nobody knows what he looked like. We all know how Hanuman looked like. Unfortunately,
but we all know, not from the serial made by Ramanand Sagar also, but by Valmiki, Rishi Valmiki himself, which is the telling of the Ramayana.
All the versions are there. All the versions are there, but we decide
which version
like, what they
has Raavan on a bat? Name me, which version has Raavan on a bat?
Rahul Easwar, many years ago. When
you say you have read all the versions, I don't claim to.
The Sabrimala, the temple entry for the women, he had said that this god is a virgin.
Sir, don't go into a different directions. I'm asking you a specific question. That in the Valmiki Ramayana...
I am telling you what is... Yes, there's a Tulsidas version also.
Does the Tulsidas version have Raavan on top of a bat? Or a creature? Or a monkey?
So what is the...
Or a Mercedes?
Who is offended? No, tell me who's offended. Tell me who's offended. Are you offended? Padmaja, are you offended?
No, Padmaja, just one second.
Offended because they're showing a bat. So what? What is your problem?
I am offended.
Rahul Easwar is offended. What is your problem with the bat? There are many reimaginings of the Ramayana. Rahul Easwar.
I have a solution.
What is your offense?
Solution to the problem in the future.
Okay, don't give a solution.
Just one second. Padmaja, just one second. Abdullah, just give me one line.
Mr. Abdullah, give him a chance to speak. Okay, go on, Rahul Easwar.
Padmaja, just one line.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Abdullah sir, suniye to. Abdullah sir, suniye. First of all, Abdullah sir, first of all, Ayyappa is a celibate, not a virgin. No, the virgin word is wrong. It's a celibate.
Okay, let's not keep going to Lord Ayyappa. Let's limit ourselves. Okay, can I please have silence for 10 seconds? Silence for 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's...
My question to you is, Rahul Easwar, hold on a second. Naseer Abdullah says there are many versions of the Ramayana and many interpretations and reimaginings of the Ramayana. On one, there could be a Vahan as a bat also. Rahul Easwar.
No, Padmaja, please remember Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki is the biographer of Ram, Sri Ram or Lord Ram. Please remember, Ramayana is not comic. Ramayana is not mythology, whatever. Ramayana is a part of our history, civilization. And Valmiki is the biographer of Lord Ram, who has seen Lord Ram and who has written it. So there is a sanctity to the historical aspect of it. Second, you can imagine Pushpaka Viman in 100 ways, no issue. But where did this bat kind of monster came in? And where did when the Astras goes, where did this Harry Potter creature comes in? And look at, Raman Sagar Raman was so glorious. So please remember, sensitivity has a limit. You have to have artistic liberty in a particular limit. So there is a Lakshmana Rekha for everything. In the name of freedom of expression, can you depict Sri Ram having AK-47 and Lakshman having a bazooka, saying that for the modern sensibility, let the Ram have a AK-47 and Lakshman carry a bazooka? That is not possible, sir. So there are some limits you have to do when you treat a spiritual text.
Okay, Suman Siraman wants to answer that. Okay. Yes, Suman Siraman. Hold on, Mr. Abdullah. Suman Siraman.
Okay. Padmaja, if you don't like Ravana having a beard or riding a bat, you have the option of not watching the movie. How difficult is it for people to even understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Rahul Easwar may feel offended. Well, that's too bad. If the censor board feels in its wisdom that this is permissible and this does not or is part of creative freedom and is not a problem, the matter ends there. Rahul Easwar can feel most offended and can not only not watch the film, he can go around and put on Twitter saying, people, please don't watch this movie. He can even inform his friends. Or if he chooses to take it one level further, he can go to court.
So that is what he is doing. He is not saying that I'm going to go and beat anyone up. That is all he is saying. He is saying, but is it okay to take such liberties with what is documented?
Therefore, what is the censor board there for? Then you shut it down. We will have various vigilance groups deciding what should be shown and what should not be shown.
No. So just a second. There is no vigilantism allowed. That is a thumb rule. Tomorrow, even while we are talking about can such liberties be taken, will you defend somebody saying I'm going to attack a theatre? Of course not. But at a fundamental level, you can have a discussion about, is it okay to take such liberties? And are they being taken wantonly? That's it.
Padmaja, we sit and debate in a civilized manner, but that is not necessarily what happens on the ground. What happened to Padmaja? You saw that theatres were attacked, stones were thrown. What are we talking about? The very fact that we engage in this dialogue or debate and somehow suggest that the word of the censor board is not final, I think that is a dangerous trend. It's not about what Rahul Easwar is doing or what somebody else is doing. Rahul Easwar, I know, is not going to go and throw stones on theatres or not going to indulge in vigilantism. But the point is, why do you have a censor board if their decision is not going to be final?
Okay. Exactly. Because there have been multiple films, sir, and I'm not going to name them, which have been passed by the censor board. They have been censored outside, and nobody then offered the logic of complete vigilantism. And we can start again going by that same hackneyed example of why Salman Rushdie could never enter the country, why Satanic Verses was banned, why Salman Rushdie was stabbed barely a few months ago and is still continuing to be in hospital. So all of that, there nobody said, oh, this is just like a creative retelling. It all boils down to that always. But if peacefully some people stand up and say, hey, look, it's not okay, please don't take these liberties, it is hurtful. That surely cannot be passed off as vigilantism, sir. So, Naseer Raman, that's being a little harsh, you think?
Won't happen again.
I am sorry.
I have a solution, it won't happen again.
What is the assurance that what happened to Padmavat will not happen to this movie?
Okay, that's a great question. So what is the solution? What is the solution and what is the guarantee that it doesn't happen again? Maybe the guarantee is...
1 minute.
Okay, Naseer Abdullah wants to ask a question. Naseer Abdullah will ask a question and Nupur Mehta will answer. Yes, Mr. Abdullah, go on.
1 second.
I have the solution. Wait, I have the solution. Listen to me. I have the solution. 10 seconds. What we need to do is have a separate, proper department in the censor board. Whenever somebody is making a film which depicts any of the deities, any of the prophets of Tars, there should be a committee which should view this whole thing and then decide what you can do, what you can't do, so that the censor board is in the clear, because it is being accused of being actually complicit in destroying the image of the Hindu Dharma.
Okay, Nupur Mehta, or maybe filmmakers can just be a little more mindful. Nupur Mehta.
So, I would like to say...
No, it will never stop. That's a load of rubbish.
Absolutely.
Nupur Mehta.
You can play with the creativity, you do have the liberty to be imaginative, to be innovative and to be creative. But you don't have the liberty to distort the history, the mythology, the beliefs, the religious sentiments and views of a certain religion. The masses are outraged right now because their sentiments are hurt.
The masses are not outraged.
Now talking about the censor board,
you are
I would
lying.
definitely say
it has been started as a movement.
Of course they are outraged.
Masses are not being
Mr.
outraged.
Abdullah, don't speak
you
in
are
between.
lying.
Please don't speak in between.
You are lying.
Of course they are being outraged.
The masses
Listen,
are being influenced. The masses are being influenced. You are lying,
have you seen Twitter?
You are lying.
Have you seen the social media?
They are being influenced.
Have you seen the outrage
The
of
masses
people?
are not interested.
Please don't
the masses are not interested. Don't give me that rubbish,
Do you
madam.
understand?
Go and ask.
And please
go and
don't
ask the
speak in
masses.
my time.
Go and ask the masses.
Please have
and then
some
come
manners.
back.
You
go
have
and ask
no
the masses.
etiquettes for
Go and
any
ask the
kind of
masses.
debate. You please keep
Go
quiet.
and ask the
Nobody is
masses.
asking you. We
That's
have already
rubbish.
heard your sentiments. Yes.
6 people.
Please don't make a mockery out of
10 people
yourself.
get together. 10 people
And
get.
let other people
Somebody
speak
saying
on
they'll
the
go to the
panel.
court. Here's
Do
another
you
thing.
know what is
If
the
they go to
Hindu
the court-
mythology?
Okay, Mr. Abdullah,
What
Mr.
is
Abdullah,
written
please,
in
please,
Hanuman
please.
Chalisa?
She's
What
just
is
only
the
started
attire?
speaking.
You said it,
It's
mythology.
fair, at least you let her speak. That being
What
said, you
is
say
the
this is a handful
attire
of people,
description
but
of
this same
Hanumanji?
handful of people said, we refuse to watch Lal Singh Chadda because this is our way of making our voices heard. We will put our money where our mouth is, literally.
What is the attire description of
And the rest is
Hanumanji?
history.
What is the attire description of Ramji? Have you gone through Ramayan? Have you gone through Hanuman Chalisa? Through Sundarkand?
Okay, Mr. Abdullah, please one at a time, otherwise none of us will be heard. Let Ms. Nupur speak and then you can come back.
हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ सांझे. Do you know the meaning of this? Mr. Naseer Abdullah, don't open your mouth about Hindu mythology, or please do your homework and then come on the debate. Don't hurt our feelings.
Okay.
Are you the custodian?
Do you
I
know
know
this
more
is
about
the
Hindu
description
mythology
of
than you
Hanumanji's
think.
attire in Hanuman
Let us
Chalisa?
meet. Let us meet
Do you
after
know
the
this?
debate. Let's meet after the debate.
You know how many people have been hurt?
Oh, how many?
Nobody
how many?
wants to meet you.
How
Sorry,
many?
I'm here to debate
How
and
many?
I will keep
Tell
my
me.
verdicts
tell
forward.
me.
We are
Are
all
you
here to
afraid?
give
You
our
don't have the
viewpoints,
numbers?
our
How
religious
many
views,
people
our
have been
feelings,
hurt? How
our
many
views.
people have been hurt? You are lying, madam.
You please
You're
go and
talking
see
rubbish.
Twitter.
Tell me
What
how
an
many
outrage
how
has
many
been there
people?
to boycott
Tell me
this
how many?
film.
5, 10, 20, 40,000,
Nobody is talking
50,000,
rubbish
just
except
a few.
you. You are the mockery here. We don't want
Really?
to interfere with your views because we don't support your
Yes.
views. Let me answer
Okay, thank you.
Padmaja
Thank you.
Ji's question.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And there are other
Thank
panelists
you.
also waiting.
Okay, please, let
Have
us
value
speak
and
so that then I can go
everybody's
across to the
time.
other guests. Please, they've been waiting very patiently. Mr. Abdullah, please, otherwise you just keep shouting. Go on,
Yeah.
Ms. Nupur.
Okay. Okay.
So Padmaja Ji, the point here is there's a certain description of the attire, of the character, of the repetition of the idols that we worship, of the gods that we worship and the goddesses, and it's very hurting. It's when the creative people, so-called creative people, they distort and they play with the feelings of the religious views that are already set in people's minds since ages. You know, making a mockery of something
has
is
not
no
been
creativity. Sorry, there is no imagination, there is no innovation in it. If it was appreciated and if it was creative enough, the people would have definitely made it larger than life and made it divine and accepted it and appreciated it.
Okay.
If people are boycotting it and not liking it and disgracing it, there has to be a reason behind it.
Okay, Vivek Srivastav, now one part of the Hanuman Chalisa was quoted by Ms. Nupur over here, where she said, Haath Vajra aur dhwaja viraje, kandhe mooj janeu saje. You've got the talking about the janeu that he's got on, you've got that Kanchan Baran Biraj Supesa, Kanan Kundal Kunchit Kesa, you've got the kundals that he's got on, and all of that is not there in this reimagining. And this is the Hanuman Chalisa, which is the way that Hanumanji has been described very explicitly.
Now let me speak.
Not translated on screen. Vivek Srivastav.
Yes. See, basically, Dor, Gawar, Shudra, Pashu, Nari, ये सब ताड़न के अधिकारी. तो ये भी लिखा गया है उसी टाइम पे समकालीन. At the same time, even this was written.
आप नारी शक्ति का अपमान कर रहे हैं. आप नारी जाति का अपमान कर रहे हैं.
इनको ताड़ी.
पशु का अपमान कर रहे हैं.
मैं ये बता रहा हूँ जो. Can I please speak?
आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए.
This is what was written in the Hindu text. And this is what is quoted.
That is so sad. What are you quoting from,
मैंने नहीं किया, ये आपके धार्मिक ग्रंथ में लिखा हुआ है.
Why would you go to that level?
So what I'm trying to say
Somebody
is,
is quoting from Valmiki Ramayana, somebody is quoting from Hanuman Chalisa. God knows what you have dragged in.
No. She is quoting Hanuman. Can I speak? She is quoting Hanuman Chalisa from the time of Tulsidas, and the religious Hindu text I quoted is also from the same time, but Ramayana is much before that, and there are 300 Ramayanas. So which Ramayana to believe and which not to believe? There is Shambhuk Vad. Shambhuk was killed by Lord Rama. Some Ramayans are saying it.
Do you respect If
So
you're
we
giving
need
such
to.
statements,
There is only
national
one Ramayana. Valmiki
So
Ramayana.
Rahul
which
Easwar.
Ramayana to believe and
it
which
shows
not
your
to believe.
disbelief.
So why only
Vivekji, there is only one Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. There are various retellings. There is only one Ramayana.
There are more than
Valmiki
300
Ramayana.
Ramayanas.
Valmiki
There are
Ramayana
more
is the
than
foundation.
300 Ramayanas.
Valmiki Ramayana is
Sorry
the
sir,
core.
you are wrong.
There is only
300
one Ramayana,
plus
that is
Ramayanas
Valmiki
exist.
Ramayana. And that
300 plus
Valmiki Ramayana
Ramayanas
has been
exist.
celebrated
You are
in
wrong,
various
sir.
ways.
Okay, Vivek
actually wrong.
Srivastava,
There is
Vivek
only
Srivastava,
one
you know what is
Ramayana.
funny?
This is the
You
whole
keep
idea
saying there
of
are many
justice.
Ramayans,
Dialogue
but you
Ramayana.
still haven't quoted. Hold on a second. You still haven't given the example of which Ramayan, which you have read, and you've read so many, has Hanumanji or Raavan described in this fashion. Because while you see many interpretations and picturizations, the funny thing is that Indonesia also has its own version of the Ramayana, which still shows Raavan, Hanumanji,
Correct.
Sri Ram in exactly the same avatar that you see them in India. Not like this VFX Ramayana. So people in Indonesia also see Ramayana interpreted in one way, which is how we see it. But you are like, nah, I have a different Ramayana. Which Ramayana is it? Can we see the Indonesia visuals?
Give me 30 seconds. आप मुझे 30 सेकंड दीजिए. आप मुझे 30 सेकंड दे सकती हैं मैडम? आपने 30 सेकंड बोल लिया, मुझे 30 सेकंड दे दीजिए. अब आप सुनिए. First of all, the biggest Ramleela and the Ramayana that was staged live in the world ever was the Legend of Rama, and it was directed by Amir Raza Hussain. Okay? And there are more than 300 Ramayanas, as I told you.
And Amir Raza Hussein's Ramayana also had Raavan pictured like we see him otherwise. This is not about religion, sir. Why do you persist in making it about religion?
Please complete.
It's got nothing to do with religion.
No, he's not persisting.
You are again not letting me complete.
It is not a
मैडम मैं चुप हो जाता हूँ, आप ही बोल लीजिए फिर.
अच्छा बोलिए.
जब आपको सुनना ही नहीं है फिर.
I don't know why you got an Amir Raza Hussain sahab.
For profits. Please give me 30 seconds.
Go on. Yes.
You are not letting me speak after 10 seconds. It is a very bad way to speak and it's very rude. You should let me speak for 30 seconds and then you counter me if you have the courage. That courage you are not having. Shambhuk Vad. Shambhuk was killed by Lord Rama. It is written in a Ramayana. Should we believe it or not?
Rudeness.
How did Lord Lakshman lose his life? There are various versions. How did Lord Rama pass away himself? There are various versions. There are various versions. There are 300 versions. And secondly, this
Ramayana are you speaking about?
With a good intention. This
What
movie
are
was
you
made by
talking?
Ram Bhatt.
This is
This movie
offensive.
was made by people who love Lord Rama.
This is offensive.
This movie was made by people who went to Ayodhya so that they could promote their movie.
Okay, which is this communist Ramayana that you are quoting from, and what was that example you quoted, Mr. Srivastava? Can you please repeat? So that hold on a second. Okay, again, can I please have silence for 20 seconds? Vivek Srivastava, can you please repeat what specific instance you quoted from your Chinese Ramayana?
Where is the architecture of Pushpak Viman given? Is Mr. Rahul Easwar sitting on the Pushpak Viman today? And can he tell me what he looks like? Can he tell me what Ravana looks like?
I'm actually going to quote to you from verses of the Ramayana where Pushpak Viman is described very explicitly. Go on.
Are you going to control every Ramleela?
Okay, go on.
Are you going to control every Ramleela in every village, on every street?
Rahul Easwar.
Where there are changes in dresses?
Rahul Easwar.
Where there are problems? Where there are dances?
Just one line. Please remember.
One line, Rahul Easwar.
Please remember, there is only one Ramayana and that is Valmiki Ramayana. Just one line. There is only one Ramayana, that is Valmiki Ramayana. That Valmiki Ramayana is celebrated not only in 300 but 3,000 ways across the world. That should be respected. These are pictures of Indonesian Ramayana. There are Muslim brothers and sisters respectfully depict Ramayana by wearing the proper dress. Please remember, Ramayana's core is Valmiki Ramayana because Valmiki was a biographer of Lord Sri Ram.
Absolutely.
There has been various celebrations of Ramayana we respect, but these things are a Planet of Apes Ramayana. These things are vampire-driven Hollywood kind of Ramayana, and people will naturally be offended. And Vivek Srivastava, you might have a communist Ramayana, I don't know. But please remember, Valmiki Ramayana is the core.
Since you asked a very specific question, where has Rahul Easwar seen the Pushpak Viman? What Pushpak Viman is he talking about? And whoever said that Pushpak Viman is essential, there is actually a specific shlok in the Valmiki Ramayana, which maybe is the one version you haven't read,
Correct.
No, I
which
said
goes
there are 300
as
Ramayanas.
follows.
So please don't
Let me quote
please
to you,
don't
sir.
quote one Ramayana.
Mr. Srivastava,
There are 300 Ramayanas.
Mr. Shiva,
There are so many variations.
I am challenging
There
you
are
to
Ramayanas
name
in
me
which-
where
there are
is
Ramayanas
a
in which
bat,
the pregnant
the
Sita
vehicle
did
of
not go to
Raavan in
Valmiki
any one of
ashram.
those 299.
And there are Ramayanas in which
Since
he
you've
went to
read all,
Valmiki's ashram,
I
which is
haven't.
true.
I will quote to you
I
from the
challenge
one
you to
that
tell
I
me-
have read
I challenge
about
you
the
to tell me
Pushpak Viman,
what
20
Sita
seconds of
was
silence.
to live
Then I
on
really
Rama.
must bring in
I challenge you to
Mr.
tell me
I must bring in the other guests also, Mr. Shehzad Khan. So listen to me, please. Yasya tat pushpakam nam vimanam kamagam shubham viryad avarji tam bhadre yen yami vihayasam. It says very specifically in the Valmiki Ramayana, I am Raavan, अपनी वीरता से कुबेर के शुभ विमान को अर्जित किया है, मैं इसे अपने आदेश से इसके सहारे आकाश में उड़ता हूं. It says very clearly that he rides on the Pushpak Viman. There's a specific instance. Now, you want to take creative liberty and you are like, to hell with this. I'm going to make it into a pigeon or a parrot or a peacock, whatever. What's wrong with that, Rahul Easwar? That could also be argued. This is a creative interpretation. Nobody said that I am documenting the life and times of Lord
Ram.
Ram.
Pointed out that there is a... As you rightly point out, there is an apt description given. That can be beautified. Please remember, don't distort the core. Don't distort the soul. You can beautify, add, decorate. But distortion of the core by bringing in a vampire-like bat, which Raavan is riding, is absolutely nonsensical. This is a fraud on creativity itself. I hope those great directors, we all love the director, and this Prabhas is a great star. I hope they will rethink, at least after this backlash or criticism. These creative people should remember that there are sensitivities involved and change it. I believe they can even think of changing right now by bringing in more of a beautified version.
Okay, before you respond, Sumansi Raman, I think Mr. Shehzad Khan also wants to come in. Mr. Khan, you have already a model. You want to beautify it, you want to enhance it, but at least make it vaguely accurate.
Well,
पद्मजा जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका मुझे आपके शो पे बुलाने का और मौका देने का. पिछले आधे घंटे से मैं हमारे सारे पैनलिस्ट को सुन रहा हूँ एंड मैं दो तीन चीज़ें कहना चाहूँगा. मुख्तसर सी बातें हैं कि इस देश की 135 करोड़ जनता, उसमें से 80 करोड़ जनता जो है वो गवर्नमेंट के दिए हुए राशन पे चल रही है. तो बच कितनी जाती है? 50-55 करोड़ लोग बच जाते. उसमें से भी जो 50-55 करोड़ है, हम ऐसी चीज़ें करके उन्हें भी थिएटर जाने से मना कर देते हैं. हमने बहुत ही, हमारे पैनलिस्ट ने सही कहा कि हम पढ़े लिखे जब इतने उलझ जाते हैं और वी स्टार्ट फाइटिंग ओवर इट, तो जो कम पढ़ा लिखा तबका है उनका आप ब्रेन वॉश कर रहे हैं सब चीज़ें करके. और फिल्म इंडस्ट्री जो है 5000 करोड़ तो मैंने सुना था कि रेवेन्यू जाता है हमारे सरकार को, हो सकता है इससे ज़्यादा भी हो. ये सब करके हम किसका नुकसान कर रहे हैं? हम अपने देश का नुकसान कर रहे हैं. हमें पहले देशभक्त बनना चाहिए, उसके बाद बाकी चीज़ें सारी आती है. ठीक है, अगर आपको कोई तकलीफ है किसी चीज़ से, किसी दृश्य से, तो आप उस पर एक हेल्दी डिस्कशन करिए. जो हमारा सेंसर बोर्ड है, जो जिम्मेदार है सब चीज़ों का, उनको बुलाइए. जिन्होंने जो इस फिल्म को पास किया है उनको भी डिबेट पे बुलाइए ना. हम और आप और राहुल ईश्वर और बाकी जितने हमारे गेस्ट है, पैनलिस्ट है, हम आपस में लड़ झगड़ के क्यों एक बदमज़गी पैदा कर रहे हैं? उनको बुलाइए. और हमें हम सिर्फ हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, हम सब की जिम्मेदारी. हम सब हिंदुस्तानी है. हिंदुस्तान, पद्मजा जी, आपका भी उतना ही है जितना मेरा है, क्योंकि हम और आप सब यहीं पैदा हुए. तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें लेके हम लड़ रहे, झगड़ रहे, एक दूसरे को ह्यूमिलेट कर रहे हैं, चिल्ला रहे. इट डजंट गिव अ गुड थिंग. जो हमें टीवी पे देख रहे हैं पूरी दुनिया में, और जो नॉन इंडियंस हैं वो क्या देख रहे हैं?
You're absolutely right. And the idea is, you're absolutely right in saying that this is not about humiliating anyone, which is why I laid down the line in the beginning that nobody will, should and ever can condone any kind of vigilantism. But if somebody stands up and says, I do not agree with this picturization, please be more sensitive about it. Is that an unreasonable request to make? To say, it matters. This community cares.
Not unreasonable. आपका request बिल्कुल सही, आपकी request बिल्कुल सही है. I totally agree with your request. But there is a way of putting it, no? We are already in doldrums. 2 years we were in COVID, no work. Slowly we have started working. Our economy has to grow. We all have to grow. Our Prime Minister wants to make us one of the strongest country in the world.
Okay, Nupur Mehta, answer this. Already this industry is in doldrums, and then you come with your hurt sentiments and your boycotts. You are pushing people over the edge. And for what? Nupur Mehta.
Padmaja ji, I agree with Shehzad ji. What he is speaking about is of a global decorum, a mannerism that should be kept in mind for a global platform. Yes, we should love our country, we must respect each other, we must respect all religion, we must be secular minded. Everything is written also in the Constitution of India. I don't disagree with him. I'm in complete agreement. I'm in complete approval. But the point here is not that. The debate here is about hurting the mythological feelings. Please talk about that also, Shehzad ji. What are your mythological feelings about this description, about this depiction that has been portrayed by the so-called creative people, the directors and the creative team of the film? Please, let's talk about that also, and not about a feeling on a global platform.
Yeah. I would...
1 minute to me.
Yes, Mr. Abdullah, I'll come to you also. Let Mr. Khan come, please.
जी आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है. अगर आपको कोई चीज बुरी लग रही है या आपको लग रहा है ये वैसा नहीं है जो आपने देखा है, तो आप उस पर कह सकती हैं, आप कह सकती है. बट क्रिएटिव टीम में हम और आप तो नहीं है, या पद्मजा जी तो नहीं है उसमें, ना नासिर भाई है, ना जितने हमारे रिस्पेक्टेड पैनलिस्ट है वो एक अलग क्रिएटिव टीम है. एंड वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग दैट मिस्टर ओम, द डायरेक्टर ऑफ द नेशनल अवार्ड विनर, ही हैड मेड तानाजी, एंड मिस्टर भूषण कुमार whose father late Shri Gulshan Kumar was such a religious person, was such a dedicated person. This film is a tribute from a son to a father, which he said on the launching in Ayodhya. And loudly it was said that we are all Sanatanis here, we only follow Sanatan Dharam. No, more than that, what do you want?
But Mr. Again, this is not about the religion of the maker or the actor. It is only about a general lack of sensitivity to others' feelings, irrespective of religion.
I just want to make you... exactly. So see, the film... Exactly. So I want to tell you one thing, that the film is not made by me or you. It is made by the people. That's why I'm taking their names. They are more
and
responsible.
That is why those people are being questioned.
They're making
for
about their own religion.
Deafness.
Yeah.
Not you and me. That's why we are having a debate over this, that the way they have portrayed the certain depiction, it is not right and it is not acceptable. It is highly questionable. And we do have a right to speak.
Right to speak. Naseer Abdullah. Okay, Mr. Abdullah and Dr. Sumansi Raman have been waiting. Okay, Naseer Abdullah.
Okay. I will say this. Thank you. I will say this once more. There is only one way that we can stop this strange way of interacting and discussing a film and behaving like, out-shouting each other and jumping around like the monkeys. As I said, create a department that will, anything to do with any religious situation in the film, create a department, because that is the best way to stop all this. This is rubbish. We are jumping around like monkeys, and this will go on and on forever. Somebody will make some stupid mistake according to the others, and they'll say,
nobody is portraying himself as a monkey except one person on the panel. I don't want to name.
Please don't.
And I think Padmaja ji,
with the greatest of respect, Mr. Abdullah, I don't think you're jumping like a monkey at all. Your point of view is much appreciated. Dr. Sumansi Raman.
Jumping around like monkeys, we are attacking.
Padmaja, I have only one question now for 1 minute, Mr. Abdullah. I have one question for Nupur Mehta. How did she make out that is leather?
Yes,
did
please.
We've now got a 1 minute 46 second
It is very depictable. And
how do
yes.
you know? How do you know? Wait,
Yes,
wait, wait.
I will
Tell me,
answer
how did you know it is leather?
very
How do you know
depictable. It is
leather?
written
You have to be
everywhere on
honest.
social media.
How do you know? How do you know it is leather? Wait.
How do you know that it is not leather? Let me throw back the question on you. When 80 crore people after watching the teaser and trailer have said it is leather, then how can you mention and put a doubt on it?
Arey Baba, you are not answering the question.
It is unequivocal. It is doubtless. It is certain it's leather. People have raised an issue about it.
List of various things that you get outraged
Media
by.
is not going to give statements.
Okay.
And give phrases.
How do you know?
Okay. You choose to pick up on this one thing about leather, even if it is not, sir. It is the general picturization, the imagery. If people have a problem and are saying, maybe think about how you want to show it in the future, not entirely unreasonable. That being said, it's not about religion. It is not about vigilantism. Rahi Masoom Raza was the one who wrote Mahabharat. And as far as Mr. Shahzad Khan himself, big fan, sir, from Andaz Apna Apna. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much. All